Why, hello, folks. Denobi2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on a live stream. I haven't done this in a while. This is unscheduled. No guess, unless there's somebody out there in YouTube land that would want to join me later. This is more on my concerns for the newly announced Iron Man Hot Toys Mark V. What are we calling this? I'm still I'm still very my emotions are still really running high from the announcement last night to thinking about it all day. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. We're gonna talk about the Tony Stark Mark V suit, Mark V suit up version deluxe. This is really tough. This is a tough one. Just when you thought that Hot Toys was waning down on the MCU, they go out and they announce this. This is the MMS 600. This is their crown and jewel, their big hoopla, the suit up for the Mark V. I still don't know what to make of this. I don't know if it's welcomed. I don't know if we need this. This is still really this is all right. Let's start. Let's start with the price. This is a Tony Stark Mark V suit up version deluxe, $405. A fair price for what the Iron Man suits are currently going for right now. For those of you who are not aware, we are still not out of the Endgame line for Marvel Hot Toys. There's still quite a bit of Hot Toys based on the MCU, specifically Endgame, that we have not received yet, haven't been shipped out yet. And they go and they do this. They go and they release a Tony Stark Mark V suit up version deluxe. You know, the first thing that went through my head is, do we need this? Do we need a suit up version deluxe of Tony Stark? I feel like this particular ship has left port a few years ago. I remember when I got into collecting Hot Toys years ago, there was third-party kit versions where you can make your own racing suit Tony Stark. In fact, there's been several third-party accessories where the suit, where not the suit, but the actual suitcase can open up and you can attach and so forth. I don't know, as a long-term Hot Toys collector, if we need this now. I feel that with the amount of pre-orders that we have, this is going to get lost in the shuffle. I also feel that a lot of us may not care, because I keep asking myself that. You can see my Hall of Armor in the back, and I have a deep, passionate love for collecting Hot Toys Iron Man. We know that the company, the majority of the foundation for Hot Toys was built on the back of Iron Man. That's no big secret. We all know that. Is this? I've seen comments that it's considered a cash grab. It's Hot Toys playing it safe. Saw that online on Reddit. I don't think this is playing it safe. This looks like there is a lot of R&D research that is going into this. It's an impressive suit up version of Tony Stark. This head sculpt right here is mind-blowing light years. They clearly hired or they discovered a master head sculptor, because for a second there, if you squint your eyes, I mean, it's like you're looking at Robert Downey Jr. from the 2000 film Iron Man 2. It's incredible. This is a beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. This is incredible. There is a lot of value in this. I think the biggest value in this particular figure is that head sculpt. That head sculpt, you can pop it off. You can put it in the Mark VI. The Mark VI was also introduced in this film. So the portrait of Robert Downey Jr. Can also work as a head sculpt for the Mark VI. It would work perfectly. I just don't know if this is an iconic look. By no means, this is a phenomenal look. Him putting on the Mark V suit and suitcase and so forth. But that's going to be about it. You can pose, you can articulate, you can do all sorts of things. But again, in such a crowded market right now, I mean, we are facing one of the biggest storms in pre-order releases from Star Wars right now. And then they go ahead and they do this. It's very frustrating. I'm happy, and yet I'm really, really freaking pissed off about this. I really am. I just like, what the F are you doing, Hot Toys? What are you doing? What is this? Why are you releasing this as the 600 MMS? This is the celebration figure for the MMS 600. For those of you who are not aware, it was heavily rumored that we were going to get the die-cast Mark I to celebrate the crowning achievement of Hot Toys, the pillar. Yes, Iron Man is the keystone for Hot Toys. When everything else fails, when everybody else is complaining about Kylo Ren, when everybody else is complaining about tchotchke figures like Hellboy and so forth, you could always count on Iron Man. Always. Absolutely always. Something else too about this that it was reminded me too from one of the comments is that there's no helmet. How could you release a deluxe version of the Mark V and not give the customers a completed version of the Mark V? I get it. It's the suit. It's that highly detailed suit. It's clearly the money it's clearly the confidence and the money that they want from Robert Downey Jr. I'm assuming he signed off on this. That's all he has to do. Robert Downey Jr. or RDJ, all he has to do is just live off of this. Just sign off his likeness and just reap the benefits. Even though Disney may not want to pay him, even though Disney may not want to carry him in other films, he is still a marketable, merchandisable character. Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. Not Riri, not Falcon, Captain America. It is the original six, the six Avengers, the core, the pillars of the Avengers community. And I get it. They want to retire the characters, they want to do this and that and so forth. But I, as a collector, I fell in love with the original six Avengers: Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow. These are the six core members that are very marketable, that people want. I just don't know if we need this right now. I haven't made that decision. I did not go out and I did not run out and pre-order this. This is not, to me, this is not a day one pre-order. Again, there's really nothing negative that I can truly say about this, because that head sculpt is 100% on par. That is incredible. They clearly found somebody in a remote part of the country or outside, or they outsourced, because this is incredible. If they can deliver this type of head sculpt with this figure, this right here is what's going to it's what's going to help it sell, because that's incredible. The eye detail, the sculpted hair on it. I mean, that is just incredible what they were able to do with this. One of the situations here that why I keep saying, why do they do this? Why do we need this? The MMS 600 should have been the diecast Mark I. Plain hands, it was heavily rumored. It should have been that. Why do we need another version of the Mark V when they just reissued? There's a Mark V reissue on the original diecast, isn't it? There it is, right here. The original Mark V diecast was trending in the secondary market so much that Hot Toys decided, hey, you know what? We want in on some of that. This particular figure was trending. I remember seeing up to anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500. That's what the Mark V diecast. This was such an incredible, the amount of detail, the engineering that went into the Mark V. It blew me away that everybody missed out on it, because we are like kids. When you wave something in front of us, we get distracted. So a lot of folks did miss out on the 2.0. This would be considered the 2.0 Mark V diecast suit. Beautiful figure. I have it in my Hall of Armor in the back right there, and they did a phenomenal job on this. Again, it's a reissue. They wanted to cash in on this. I forgot when this was announced. This was announced during the pandemic last year, I want to say, estimated to 2022. So that's another thing too that is bugging the hell out of me about Hot Toys, and it is the amount of delays, the pre-order delays. And I'm kind of getting sick and tired of corporations using the pandemic as an excuse. That was 2020. We are returning back to normal. Can we please return to these realistic shipping dates of 1 year? Maybe hell, even surprise and reward us. Why not deliver a figure less than a year? We did see that on selected. Mandalorian. Remember the Mandalorian, the Beskar armor? It was announced and it was dropped in Hong Kong in less than a year. Right? Great. Fine. Set your priorities straight, Hot Toys. This is the crap here that as a long-term collector, I find extremely frustrating, and one of the reasons why I'm starting to clench my pre-order finger, my day one pre-order finger. I don't do the hit the button. I don't do that anymore. I cannot realistically do that, because I don't know what my life is going to be 2 years from now. On a collectible figure, that majority of these figures are ranging anywhere between 350 up to that vinyl casted blurg of what, 600, 660 is what it was. It is insane. It is insane that you expect that from collectors like me. You can sprinkle that smoke, you can sprinkle that mirror, you can use your illusions on the newest generations of hot toy collectors that have jumped in, but you won't fool me. Absolutely not. I've been in this. I've been collecting hot toys for way too long now, and I'm beginning to feel like you're starting to insult me. That's exactly how it is, because why would you ask me to commit to the Iron Man Mark V when I haven't even received my Captain America Endgame? I haven't received my Rescue Pepper Pots. I haven't received Iron Patriot. These are figures that went into pre-order almost going on 2 years. Going on 2 years. And when I say 2 years, I use U.S. distribution. I'm using U.S. distribution dates. I don't care if it was released in Hong Kong back in March. The 1/1 scale Grogu was released in Hong Kong late February. Sideshow just recently started shipping out the 1/1 scale Grogus in May. Okay, in May. They need to set their priorities straight, and they need to stop. I don't know if they are, but a lot of people are defending them that, well, it's the pandemic. Enough of that crap. Okay, that's fine. You want to use, the shipping delays, the problems in the world, the embargoes, the tankers that are getting stuck in the Nile, and all that stuff. That's fine. As a long-term collector, I will voice my opinion with my wallet. It's just plain and simple. All right. I will purchase this Iron Man, not this one, but the Deluxe. But I will not. I will not let my what is it? $40 sit in some escrow account for 2 years, collecting interest on somebody else's wallet. I cannot reasonably do that anymore. I cannot. This is what I would call a Hong Kong pre-order. And for those of you who know me, when I say I'm going to Hong Kong pre-order it, plain and simple, when this particular figure drops in Hong Kong, then that's when I'll make my decision to hit pre-order at any of the available retailers within my reach. It could be Alter Ego, it could be KG Hobby, and in some cases, if Sideshow is feeling generous with a coupon or free shipping, Sideshow is at the very bottom right now. But for most of my pre-orders, and I don't get a kickback from Alter Ego or anything like that. I just like their free shipping and no sales tax. I have to think about those pennies right now because they add up. Sales tax on this right here at this sticker price where I live in Nevada, Las Vegas. I pay close to 9%, right? So this right here is a $38 sales tax, plus the shipping is outrageous. I live next door to California, and Sideshow loves to stick it to me with their shipping. I got a couple pieces from them today, and it looked like it went through the ringer, but yet I received a package today from Alter Ego, and they double box it, provide me the free shipping with the no tax. So anyway, enough of the plug. I'm not plugging retailers here because I don't get anything from them. They tend to get my money. This for July 2022 between second, and this is the other thing too, these vague ass drop dates. It is extremely hard for me to calibrate my projections and sensors. I love to work by a schedule. I love my schedules. I love to create my algorithms. I'm the realistic version of my buddy Pete, if he's watching. Pete Aries. He's more the optimistic. I'm more of the pessimistic. I like to have real projected numbers. I like to. When is this going to drop? Don't tell me it's going to drop between July and December. I mean, if Hot Toys had an eye, I honestly would stab it because that drives me bonkers. I am not pre-ordering a $20 or $25 Star Wars Black Series figure or a Marvel Legend. I could care two rats that when I pre-order a Star Wars Black Series figure or Marvel Legends, I could care less when that damn thing drops as long as I know I'm getting it. It's a $20 action figure that I'm either A, going to display or I'm going to B, throw it in the closet and help build a brick wall in the closet. But when it comes to pieces like this, we need a little bit more of a realistic expectation because, again, these aren't $20 action figures. These are really really expensive. We need to know when this stuff is going to drop, at least within a 90-day period. I will defend Sideshow in this, that they are very generous when it comes to canceling a pre-order if it exceeds its allotted schedule time. So for most of you who are not aware, if Hot Toys says, hey, this Tony Stark Iron Man is going to drop between July and August, and then it gets delayed by 6 months, and you want to cancel it through Sideshow, they will refund your non-refundable deposit. And a lot of folks take advantage of that. A lot of folks take advantage of that so much that it tends to affect the actual outcome of when these pre-orders start to ship. A perfect example of that was the Gamora. Gamora went into 2.5 years of overtime. A lot of folks ended up canceling their pre-orders, and a small batch ended up just being committed to being made by Hot Toys. And by the time that I got my Gamora in my hand in the box right here, and I threw it in the corner of my secondary room because I did not care. I did not care about Gamora because it was so old. It was so long delayed. I did not give a shit about Gamora, that Hot Toys figure. I got it. It sat in the corner, still sealing. And then I said, you know what? I don't even care about Gamora anymore. And I listed it on eBay, and I made a tidy little profit on it. That's how long Gamora was delayed. So learning from my past mistakes like that, right? Learning, not mistakes, but learning from history, Hot Toys history. I, as a collector, right? I enjoy collecting Hot Toys. I enjoy curating my collection behind me. I don't I try not to bury myself in my collection, but I try to surround myself with pieces that I'm passionate about, that I really do love. If a figure takes way too long, the climate tends to change. My eyes tend to shift to another IP, and I'll tend to get bored. That happened to Nebula. I have Nebula, but she's still sealed in the box. I don't care about Nebula, but I do have Nebula. Maybe one day I will decide to open her. I don't know. Life has been really busy for me, and I like to be excited when a certain product or figure arrives that I can enjoy it. I'm going to share a little secret with you guys. I spent all last night building the first parts of the Enterprise D from Eagle Moss. For some weird reason, I was trekking out. I had Star Trek Next Generation playing on Netflix, and I was just jamming, building my Enterprise, my little model kit. And I used to feel that. I used to feel that with Hot Toys. And I'm starting not to feel that all the time with Hot Toys, because there are certain pieces with Hot Toys that just, wow, I'm in love with this. The Mandalorian, the Grogu, the Rancor statue. It's really weird. I'm going through a light box kick right now. The Hot Toys light boxes, I love them so much. I find pleasure in the most simplest things when it comes to certain things that I do tend to collect. But again, going back to the Tony Stark Deluxe suit-up version, you're going to get, and this was just announced. Typically when I work from home, I will usually have a live stream in the back, and I'll listen to others. It was so busy for me today, I could not. I did get an invite from Geeking Out, Nate, and I couldn't join him. I couldn't even listen to it because it was just so busy. And I know he was sharing his thoughts on this here. So I don't know what the other YouTubers think about this. I haven't been influenced by anybody's streams. I haven't watched. All I know is that while I was working from home, I read social media comments on this. I looked at the detail and the specs. I looked at the price on this. And I just, in the end, within this unscheduled live stream, I wanted to kind of rant, because this just doesn't make any sense. This just doesn't make any sense why you would release a Mark V suit-up deluxe version when we clearly need the die-cast Mark I to complete the haul, the original 7 in die-cast. We have a die-cast Mark 7. We have a die-cast Mark 6, a 5, the 4. Hell, I would have even accepted a 3.0 on the Mark III, which, if anybody has collected majority of them, they know that the Mark III diecast, that the 2.0, doesn't even line up height-wise. So for the 600 MMS, I honestly would have accepted a retooling, a 3.0 of the Mark III, so that it lines up in sync with height-wise with the existing diecast suits that they have blown us away, that they've clearly blown us away with the amount of R&D that they pumped into it. But yet we go back to the Mark V in this. Again, this is an iconic scene. Iron Man 2 is special. This was one of the films that I really, really fell in love with. This is one of the films that suckered me into the world of Iron Man. And I'm very happy. I was very ecstatic with the whole Mark V diecast, the 2.0. But to do this on somewhat on the verge of the amount of pre-orders that we're getting, it just doesn't make any sense. Sometimes I get the impression that Howard Chan and company, they're running the company. They run Hot Toys in the same way that Todd is it Todd McFarlane, the Spawn figures. You guys remember when Todd McFarlane just didn't care about people, and he started making baseball and football action figures, and he just started doing weird shit back in the early 2000s. And I'm like, Todd, what are you doing? I go, you were McFarlane. You were phenomenal with the movie Maniacs, and now you're doing all this wacky stuff. That wasn't part of the deal. You're altering the deal, McFarlane. And then he just disappeared, and then he got lucky with Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I feel that this particular character here is probably one of Howard Chan's favorite scenes in the film. And this is me speculating. I don't know reading minds, but I feel like he's making these passion project choices. Hey, I really love this film because Whiplash here was one of the early figures. If you guys remember, Whiplash was released to the public in 2010, 2011. This Whiplash here is a reissue. And again, I made it clear that I didn't mind that they released Whiplash. I just wished that it wouldn't have been a printed copy of the original Whiplash, because the original Whiplash had several defects in it. I have the original Whiplash. I modded my original Whiplash. I had him. I still have him. Now, I had him. He's in my collection. He's buried somewhere around here. He's somewhere in this collection, but I do have it. And it was not a perfect figure. The head sculpt wasn't perfect. It was a few, but at the time, it was okay. And the fact that they released Whiplash again without any type of improvements or upgrade, I felt was a big slap in the face. It really was. But Howard Chan is clearly stuck on Iron Man 2. That's the only thing I can think of. This is clearly his favorite film. I love Iron Man 2 as much as the next person that does. I do. I really like this film, but I think it's just a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much with the other commitments that Hot Toys has not delivered. And there's a lot. There is a lot. Let's do some here. Let's do Marvel Hot Toys. Pull up all the Marvel Hot Toys here, right? Let's take a look at all the Marvel Hot Toys. And what we're going to do here, since I have the Marvel Hot Toys, let's sort it by the best sellers here. Click on that. And the number one bestseller is the Captain America from Falcon and Winter Soldier. For the record, I do not have this figure on pre-order. He's most likely going to be a Hong Kong pre-order. When he drops in Hong Kong, I'll cross that bridge whenever he decides to drop, because I'm assuming he's going to be a 2-year wait. Steve Rogers, Captain America from Endgame, it would make perfect sense. He was released in Hong Kong months ago, so folks know that if they don't pre-order Captain America, it's most likely going to be the last version of Chris Evans's approved sculpted face, because he's going through a thing right now. He thinks he's a director and he wants to explore other venues in Hollywood, so he may not even want to come back. Regardless of what the rumors say, he may not even ever come back into that role. So this may very well be the last version of Steve Rogers. Then we go down and we have the Mark 85 with the whole drama with the head sculpt. They pumped in so much technology into this figure. Still blows me away. This right here is perfection. They knocked it out of the park with the Mark 85. There was a time years ago that when an Iron Man figure was released, and it went into what's the word? When it went into it ships tomorrow. When it went into standard inventory, you would have maybe a couple months before the figure would sell out. Nowadays, because we are drowning in the amount of pre-orders, which to the likes I've never seen. We're talking like Noah's flood here. In the years that I've been collecting, I have never seen this amount of pre-orders coming in. And, you know, I can play advocate. It wouldn't bug me. It wouldn't bug me that they are drowning us in the amount of hot toy figures if they just would commit to the release dates. If they would just commit to the release dates. This is dangerous. This is one of the reasons why, as busy as I am, I've been trying to share my time onto other YouTubers' channels and kind of help voice my opinion, because I feel that there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I feel that there's a lot of bad actors, bad YouTube influencers out there that don't really care about you guys, but they care about the wallet. Now, I love me some good capitalism. I love to buy a figure, and when I get bored of it, sell it on the secondary market. I do love that, and I do encourage it. But what I do have a problem are the fake bad actors out there in YouTube land that don't really care about your interest, and they use influence and tactics to get you to a day one pre-order and bury you into a world that you may or you may not afford. This is dangerous. Again, I've been collecting Hot Toys since 2012. I have made a lot of friends through the Hot Toy circuit, and a lot of the friends that I made years ago have disappeared, no longer collect. They're just poof, gone. Because this is a brutal, brutal way of collecting. We're not collecting Marvel Legends here. We're not collecting Star Wars Black Series. We're not collecting $20 action figures here. We're collecting highly sought collectible figures, pristine, top-notch, beautiful figures. And you folks out there just need to be careful. You do not need, you don't need a day one arrival. You do not need to go out and, oh my God, I love this Captain America Falcon so much that I need to get it. I need to go out and day one pre-order and pay a premium at a Hong Kong retailer so that I can be the first one to hold it and play with it. Hey, if you can afford it, great. Not stopping you. If you're overstretching yourself, that's how you're going to fall. That's how you're going to fall. I haven't been doing this for as long as I have by being careless by being suckered into day one pre-orders with Hong Kong retailers. That's not how it works. I do have a mission. I do intend to finish my endgame collection, and there are still a few endgame characters, but you have to do it smart, and you have to do it wise, and you want to be careful. You really want to be careful because there's just a lot of stuff out there, and I just don't think that there's enough few influencers out there who really care about you, but they do care about you clicking on to their sponsored retailer or so forth, so that they make a kickback, which again wouldn't bother me if they were just a little bit more honest and transparent as to their affiliated with said retailer. So let's get back to the Marvel top best sellers here. Captain America, Winter Soldier, Iron Man upgraded suit, Thor, Scarlet Witch, and because Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.'s likeness is starting to dry up, we got this right here, the comic book version. And for those of you who were wondering, I don't want this. I never have been a fan of Tony Stark in the Iron Man suit out of the comic book versions. I never read any of them. I always felt that the suit it always looked crappy on the page. It always looked like Tony Stark in the comic books was wearing spandex with a metal brief and some gauntlets. This version of Iron Man is not what made me fall in love with this IP. It was the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it was Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Iron Man. That's what said, hey, all right, here's my wallet, you have me in. But this right here, no, not for 405, not for the comic book representation. And I'm pretty positive that Hot Toys is probably testing the waters on this thing right here. They are testing the waters because they want to see if we are suckers. Well, if we are willing to bite on the comic book versions of the Iron Man suit. And for those of you out there, ask yourself, why would Hot Toys be testing the waters with the comic book representation of Iron Man? And it's not just about the money. I would suspect that there's more of a specific reason why they are testing the waters, because this is my opinion. I think they are testing the waters with the comic book version of Iron Man. There's a specific reason, right? So we're gonna have a class here, right? We're gonna have a class, all right? Check this out. All right, a little bit of education here. We have a deluxe Iron Man here for $405. You see that right there, folks? Let's scroll back up. Let's bring this up here. Now we have a Tony Stark for $405 here, right? Which of these two products do you think Hot Toys will be able to have better, greater margins? It's going to be the comic book version. There's no likeness to pay. There's no head sculpt. The labor gets cut. There's no head sculpt. There's no licensing issues or rights, but yet you have the exact same amount sticker price right there. It is a Iron Man Deluxe for $405. So like I've shared this with a few people, I think my theory is that they are testing the waters. No likeness, no actor's likeness means you don't have to share the profits. More profits for Disney and Hot Toys. No third-party middleman right there. No Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is gold. They need to pay this man whatever he wants. I'm telling you, because if they keep using his likeness and they keep blowing it out of the park with these type of phenomenal Louvre type sculpts of this guy, they will have my money. But again, I'm not going to pre-order. I don't want to let Hot Toys know that I'm easy on the first day, right? I'm going to buy this. Yeah, I'm going to buy the Mark suit, but I'm going to wait. and I'm going to wait till they commit their purchase orders. Then I'll jump in and I'll get my feet wet, and then I'll pick it up. It's playing the numbers. That's all it is. You are you, the collector. Remember, we still are in control. We as collectors, we are always in control. Never forget that, right? If you folks out there listen to me, if you guys out there purchase Hot Toys, always remember you are in control. You can voice your opinion in a privately held company like Hot Toys by not running and hitting that day one pre-order. I'm not saying not to buy it, but you have 2 years anyway. Why not let it sit and simmer? We still have tons of other crap that we're going to get bombarded with. Why not wait? Going down here. The Battle Damage Mark 85, I do look forward to that. Black Widow, and then Loki. Look at this. We still got stuff from the Endgame Loki. I don't need him. I still have the original Loki. I don't need that. Stan Lee. I'm pretty positive they are done milking the Stan Lee well. The fact that when you place a pre-order now and Sideshow is begging you to pick up Stan Lee at a bargain bin discount signifies that the Stan Lee chuck wagon train has arrived at the station, and I think we are done. I think we are done with Stan Lee. All right. Fat Thor. This right here is this is them jumping the shark. This is them reaching. I do not want Fat Thor in my collection. Right? Are they even, what do they call them? They just say Thor. They're being PC. No, I'm still worthy. You're still hungry is what it is. No, worthy. You're still hungry. No, I don't need this in my collection. All right. I love Thor. I have 3 different versions of Thor. I don't need this version of Thor. I don't care. No. Set your priorities. If you're getting Fat Thor, if it's your only Thor, oh God, I really hope you folks out there that if this is your first Thor, I hope you're not starting off bringing Thor into your collection with Fat Thor, because you're breaking my heart. You really are. If this is your first introduction of Thor into your collection, no. Vision here. I do have Vision on pre-order. I have him on pre-order through Alter Ego, and I genuinely, emotionally enjoyed Vision. Enjoyed Vision and Wanda in the Disney Plus series. I loved it. I friggin' loved it. I ate it up. I fell down the rabbit hole. I loved it, and I did pass up on Vision from Age of Ultron. So I do want Vision in my collection. He's redeemed himself as a character that I fell in love with. I'm like, cool, Vision, you are now welcomed into my collection now. So I do have him. I am going through a Spider-Man kick. I do have a Spider-Man Classic Suit on pre-order, and Captain Marvel Deluxe at the bottom right there. No. Politics aside, she's not a likable character. I enjoyed the movie. I've seen it once, and I have no intentions of ever going back to Captain Marvel. No. I did buy the costume. I did buy the costume for my daughter. She loves Captain Marvel. I will never, ever let my daughter know my disdain for Captain Marvel, because if it makes my kids happy, my kids can have anything they want. So if my kid wants for Halloween, wants to dress up as Captain Marvel, so be it. But Captain Marvel right here will never, ever enter this collection. Nope. Not a big fan. Captain America 2012 version. I already have the first Captain America from Avengers that was one of the, I think it was the 4th figure that entered my Hot Toys collection. The honeymoon years of Hot Toys. God, those are wonderful years. This was one of my first Captain America Avengers was one of the first videos that I would go on location and do on-location boxes. I'd go out. to like remote places and unbox it. But this was good memories. But I don't need a 2012 version. If you do not have a 2012 Captain America version and you would like to, and you can tweet, I'd say go for it. I say 100% go for it. Thanos is in the bottom. Ant-Man, nobody cares. A beautiful die-cast Midas suit. And then the remaining figures that are coming at the end of their run is the Hulkbuster Deluxe, which is a re-release, the Iron Man Mark L, and then the Mark V, and then the Tony Stark tech suit, and then Punisher, and then we're coming down. There's theories out there about the whole MCU fatigue, so forth. I think the pandemic did slow down the love for the MCU. It would have made better sense to have released Black Widow on Disney Plus last year. I know Black Widow's being released summer. I don't know if I still care about the Black Widow film. It doesn't make any sense for me to care. I feel like I've seen it already. I feel like I've seen Black Widow, and I feel like I've just, it's so old. It feels old. Venom right here. And this Venom right here is one of the trickiest sleight of hand that I will share sympathy. I will mourn for the folks who buy this thing and then they end up with something different, because there's been so much speculation about this Venom at this sticker price. We don't know what this Venom is. We don't know what type of technologies. We don't know what the material is. We don't know if it's going to be latex. We don't know if it's going to be a latex suit. We don't know if it's going to be an articulated figure. You could even go down here, and then you could even look at the materials. Hot Toys doesn't even know what the hell this figure is going to be made out of. So I get it for you Venom fans out there. Oh, I love Venom. I love Venom. Tom Hardy. I love him. Great. Nothing wrong with loving the film. Use extreme caution when purchasing this figure. This is more like one of those chocolated eggs with a little toy candy. You don't know what you're going to get. You do not know what you're going to get when this thing releases. You don't know. You don't know if it's going to be a fabric suit that looks right. You don't know. You don't know if it's going to be that spandex material that's being incorporated with the Spider-Man figures. You don't know. You don't know about those joints right there. You don't know about the rubbing. You don't know about the color. There is so much about this figure. I would love to know what they're going to use. What are they going to use? You don't know about the weight. Is it going to be a heavy figure? Is it going to be solid rubber? Is it going to have there's just so much wrong with this. If there's ever been a figure that you're ever in doubt, holy shit, it's this one right here. Watch out. Watch out. That blade right there. Look at this whole blade situation here. Is that going to warp with time? Is that going to be, there's just the arm socket. Does it pop out? Is there going to be wear and tear? Is it going to wear out? There's just so much. I can go on and on about Venom, about this particular Venom figure. So you're better off just, I'm telling you, there's just so much wrong with that one. But anyway, enough of me bashing Venom. Star-Lord, Miles Morales, another one here, the Iron Patriot. When is this guy going to drop? I have him on pre-order. Look at this, September. This was early 2019. Can someone jog my? It's going on 2 years for the Iron Patriot, isn't it? Somebody's going to have to remind me. Someone's going to have to remind me about the Iron Patriot when that pre-order, because I feel like it's either at 2 years or it's past 2 years. I have him on pre-order. It's been so long. I don't even know when this guy's going to drop. No clue at all when Iron Patriot is going to drop. This is the frustration. This is where I'm happy about the Mark V being announced, and I'm disgruntled and frustrated. Quit asking me for my money, Hot Toys, when you haven't committed on your commitments that you promised almost 2 years ago, right? Don't ask me to commit to the rescue Pepper Potts when you're pumping out baby Grogu's in record time. I get it. You're trying to strike while the iron is hot, but don't insult and don't forget about the existing MCU core members, because there are a lot of rookie hot toy collectors out there that have entered the game specifically for Star Wars, right? That's great. Love it. Love me that good old capital. I love it. Great. You've brought in some brand new hot toy collectors out there for Star Wars. Great. What about us? What about the ones that are still vested into the MCU, into certain characters here, Rescue and so forth? That's what I'm asking for. All right, that's the frustration. That's why I will go into preaching like, please don't day one pre-order. Please don't commit to day one pre-order, and then when it comes time to bat, you decide to hit a strike or drop the bat, because it hurts everybody. It really, really does. Thanos, I think, was one of the ones that people just swore they were going to commit to buying, and then when it came time to deliver, people got bored of Thanos, and it just became a surplus stock issue where there was just so many. Venom Pool, I called him. I knew this one was. Has he even been released? Can someone tell me Venom Pool's? Oh, he's been released and he's still sitting there. Okay, I didn't even care. I didn't care for that one right there. And Whiplash, and then the bottom, and then we're scrolling down, and then there's a few misses for Hot Toys, the South suit, and then the mech test suit reissues and so forth, and we get down. So seeing all this, you understand my frustration. You understand why I'm a little bit disgruntled why they would do this for the MMS 600. With so many MCU pre-orders, on behind, it doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. That's what it is. That's what it is. But there is a divide in the community, right? There's a rift, right? I feel, and I can't be the only one, but I'm beginning to suspect that the Hot Toys community is somewhat being segregated by IPs, and I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that sees this. It seems that hot toy collectors out there are focusing more towards the Star Wars IP and neglecting the existing IPs. And to understand this world of collecting, you really should be somewhat familiar or educated with all the characters that Hot Toys commits, because you can learn a lot. You can learn by their one-offs, like Alita. You can learn by their one-offs from Terminator. And there's actually quite a bit of one-offs on Hot Toys. Cyberpunk, I think, is with the Keanu Reeves is a one-off. So there's a few little one-offs with Hot Toys that most Hot Toy collectors tend not to pay attention to. They tend to pay attention to their love and passion for their specific IP, and then they share their emotions on the competing IPs. So you're a big Star Wars fan. Love me Star Wars. Love it. Love it. I love the Beskar armor. Love all that. And then you get a Marvel announcement, and then your opinion changes. So there's nothing wrong with that. We're all entitled to our opinions. But as influencers, as we share our opinions, it tends to sway the market. It really, really does. And I try to be careful. I do. When I don't, I need to do a little bit, a few more unboxings, but I've just been so busy. But I try not to discuss pricing so much, because I've always felt that as a viewer, you really need to do your own independent research and search out for the best buys and so forth. You're not going to stay in this game of collecting if you don't exercise caution in spending. Plain and simple. If you're not careful, you'll wipe out early. And I don't want to mention any names from the early days of YouTube, who came in hot and fizzled out because they couldn't control. I guess the better word would be curate your collection. Because as a Hot Toys collector, you have to curate your collection. You have to manage it. It's fun. It's exciting. I'll be the first one to confess to you folks out there, I do love me a good grail. I love chasing grail pieces. First one to admit it. Love it. I love chasing a grail. Nobody wants to collect a figure where it gets discounted and it's not trending popular. It's secondary market. They're giving it away for free. It's disheartening. It's discouraging, and it could also affect your future buys down the road. It absolutely can. It absolutely can affect your purchase if you buy a stinker of a figure and it's not trending accordingly. And we could run into that. We could absolutely run into that within the next 12 months. I see a lot of that happening with the Star Wars brand. Star Wars Hot Toys, mind you. So, not picking on Star Wars. My collection I've always been diverse. I've always been very open-minded with the IPs, DC, Star Wars, and Marvel. Marvel will always be dear and true to my heart. I love it. You guys can see my little collection. Can you guys see that back there? Can you see that? My little Hall of Armor back there. There you go. And yes, so you gotta curate. You gotta be able to manage this collection. But it's fun. It is fun curating a collection. It really is. I need to do a tour. Maybe I'll do a tour one day. I'm on my little soapbox right now, and I'm just annoyed at the way Hot Toys is just running their business. I really am. 405. This is a wow, I need it now figure. No. Nope. He will join my collection, but it's definitely not something that I'm going to go out and run out and chase. Nope. I am not going to bow down to the lords of Hot Toys and let them know that I'm easy on the first date. No. Shut out of their minds. They're out of their minds. Absolutely. The word on the Hot Toys Grogu, should I still get it? I don't have mine yet, but I can assure you I am working on a video, and I have reached out to several individuals who have encountered the broken lip situation. So I'll share my thoughts on that. Absolutely. Tour video one day. I need to do a tour video of my collection. It's been so busy. The city's starting to get back, and I need to do a tour video. I'll get out there. I'll get out there and do it. Anyway, I have been ranting here. Is there any questions or opinions that you'd like to know before I log off? I'll do a little bit of a questionnaire. Why not? I'll do a little bit of questionnaire. Let's see here. Is it broken by moving the lips over time? There's more to it. The whole chin on Grogu's ears. There's a little bit more to it, and I'll do my best to cover it in the best adversarial way I can. No die cast out there. Parts of the Mark V Deluxe. As far as I'm aware, there is no die cast. In fact, we can confirm that right now. I want to say that the parts are plastic. The suit parts are plastic, and if I had to speculate, they're being stuck onto Tony Stark's body with magnets. So that would be my theory as to how they're pulling this off here. Because if you look at the photos for the Mark V and you cycle through it, there's movement, there's articulation. There's even a part here. Where is it? Where it looks like right here. It looks like maybe it could attach magnetic components. You can do piece by piece right there. You can do a component part right there. So I'm guessing it's going to be magnets. If you look, the branding. Is there any brand? Is there the diecast brand? There's no diecast logo. You folks know that, right? You know that if a Iron Man figure is diecast, it would have the diecast logo. That's the best way. So let's do a little bit of schooling here. So if you are ever unsure if where is that right there? If you're ever unsure if a figure is diecast, the branding will always have the actual brand art right there. Do you see that? If I can show that to you right there. Oh, right there. Right there, diecast. Do you see that at the bottom? Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of the... all right. So if you're ever unsure, right at the bottom of the artwork of the publicity photos, you can see the word diecast. That's how you know. If the word diecast is not there, you can pretty much assume it is a plastic Iron Man. So which would also contribute to its price point. There's no diecast components on it. The price point would be the R&D that's going into this, the research and development into creating this. And I'm pretty positive that a good portion of this price point is going to the likeness and sculpt of that head, because that's incredible. And then it was also pointed out, too, that this is not even the complete Mark V, because we don't get the helmet, or we get a portion of the helmet right there. So it's not a complete encasing of his head, which I thought was odd. I thought that was really odd as well, too. It's not a deal breaker, because the head sculpt is beautiful and it'll make up for that. But you would assume that if he's attaching the Mark V, or he's wearing it, that it would have the helmet. So that was weird. That was really weird that they wouldn't even included that. But I get it. It's the whole transformation part, and we're Hot Toys and we're flexing, and look what we can do. This is what we can do. We can engineer this stuff compared to the other competitors. I don't think it is fragile. It's just it's a regular body with a suit, plastic components that are probably stuck on with metal. It's going to be a nice piece, but it wouldn't be any more fragile than the other plastic Iron Man suits that have been released. Would be my theory. Would be my speculation on it. As Sideshow raising its prices of taxes and shipping, there's a lot. There's a lot that's contributing to the price and the increases and so forth. You know, there's a lot, pandemic and so forth. There's a lot that the Deluxe Mark V range is high. Right here, do you think the Mark V? Absolutely not. Nope. I think that this price point here, for what you're getting, is a fair price for a Hot Toys figure based on my experience purchasing Iron Man figures. At $405, that is fair. And to put this in context, right? 405 right there. If you want to look at that, if you want to know what's high, right? If you really want, this is what's high, is that rotocasted vinyl of the blurg that that was released, that to me is high. If you ever want to know what is high and what are they, this right here, once you add tax, once you add shipping, this right here is outrageous. This right here is high. For a figure and a beast, that's extremely high. So, compared to a licensed head sculpt of Robert Downey Jr. And the iconic version of him battling Whiplash, I think it's a fair price. I really do. It's putting things in contest and within similar. That to me is a fair price. The blurg and the abuse on that's high. You know what else is high that they're gouging you guys is that Captain America Falcon. That's atrocious. The this right here, this is an outrage right here. Right here. This is insane for this price. For $375, this suit better incorporate some of that Wakanda metal in there because that's outrageous. You add tax, you add shipping, you're looking at around $425 for this. For me, anyway, if I decided to I did not pre-order this, but this would probably be in the realm of $425, $430 with said tax and shipping. For a Falcon figure, where just a few years ago was being sold for $240. From $240 to this, because he is now carrying the Captain America moniker with Red Fox and a pretty suit. This right here is a slap in the face. Captain America is a slap in the face. Yep. It just is. That just kills me. Did you see the Snyder Cut Joker on 1/6 Outfitters? I actually did. But I have to set my priorities. And as cool as that Snyder Cut Joker is, I got other pre-orders that I need to tackle. So I can't pursue a Snyder Cut Joker, a unlicensed version of the Joker, when I need to focus on the Justice League 2-pack set. You got a budget. You got a Justice League. Snyder, is that right? Snyder. Did it even advertise it, Snyder? Let me see if it'll take it. What was I supposed to? Maybe I was supposed to have done. Let's do Hot Toys. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. I can't focus. I can't worry about a Snyder Cut Joker when this is coming in hot next year, July 2022 through September 22, sometime between the third quarter of next year. So, as cool as that Snyder Cut Joker is, no, because this right here is top priority. Nightmare Batman. I've said this for quite a while. Nightmare Batman was one of my biggest regrets in selling. I ended up purchasing him. I got greedy at the time and I sold him, and I regretted that decision. And when I saw that they were re-releasing him, I was jumping for joy. And Superman, I have two versions of Superman, so to have the black suit Superman in my collection, to me, was a double whammy win-win. So this right here is a second chance for a lot of folks who missed out on the Nightmare Batman and who enjoyed the Snyder Cut. They can benefit from the black-suited Superman at a fair price. If you were to split these separately, compared to what they're asking for a shore trooper from The Mandalorian, to me, I see the better value with this. For me. And again, it's challenging for a collector like me because I am trying to curate, I am trying to manage 3 different IPs. Most hot toy collectors will typically sway more towards an IP. You'll have Um, you'll have Pete Aries from 16 Cantina. He is he's a cool dude, and he is 100% Star Wars. And he may sell them, maybe collect them out realm. There's a few people out there that really just focus on Star Wars, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. Or my good boy Easy Collectibles. He's a little Star Wars fanboy. He pretends he likes DC in case he's hearing. He likes DC and he likes Iron Man too, but he will always swing towards Star Wars. So I know Easy has a few Iron Man pieces, but if you dangle something pretty and shiny from Star Wars, he's going to swing that in that direction. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's a few collectors out there. I am trying to manage 3 different IPs, and it can be a little bit hectic, you know. He's so stupid. You need. I got a troll here. This I'm gonna have to report this troll here. This is he needs a Gina Carano. You need. I'm gonna report you if you mention that name, Gina Carano. I dare not say her name 2 more times. It's like Beetlejuice. She'll show up. No. No. I think stupid. What else? New comment? Did DC? Not a DC guy. And Rob, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, dude. You don't have to be a DC guy. You just have to be able to manage your collection and collect what you like. That's really it. So, Dante over at Man of Hot Collectibles is having a live stream tomorrow. He invited me to join his live stream, but I don't think I'll be able to because I have an engagement tomorrow. And Nate from Geek and Squad, he's the cool dude, and him and his bud Don Prime. I'll try to join their stream next week, Wednesday. I'm off on Wednesday, so I'm going to try to join him. And then I need to jump in and hang out with Aries from 16 Cantina so that I can shed a little bit of dose of reality with him and his charts. I love his charts. So I like to bring a little bit of dose of reality because I honestly feel that the rookie Hot Toys Star Wars collectors are going through their honeymoon phase right now, and they don't know what they are in store for. I think the breakup is going to be bad when they're compounded with pre-order shipments back to back within 1 to 2 weeks. I think they're going to realize, they're going to wake up and they're going to like, you know, how much you really, really love Star Wars. You know, how much do you really, really love Star Wars? I think I will end my stream. I love my May 4th montage. I love it. I think I'm gonna play it. Let me see. You guys have seen my little montage. I'm gonna log out, but before I do, teach these rookies to. I'm not trying to scold the rookies. I want to help them. I want to educate them to help everybody. See, in this community, it's not about how do I put it? When it sounds like I'm bitching at the rookie hot toy collectors, it's because I want them to benefit in their purchases by not oversaturating the market, which helps them and it also helps me. So I think about them and I think about me. Don't day one pre-order and then punk out when it comes time to bat. Oh, I'm going to cancel it because it was only $25, deposit. That's dead stock, which affects the secondary market because the secondary market is still controlled by the control host, which is Sideshow. Sideshow's inventory on their page helps influence the secondary market. And when you have collectors who don't commit to the relationship of purchasing that figure, it affects everybody, which is what happened with the Endgame. People broke out of their relationships with the MCU and went over to the hot babe of Star Wars, and they neglected MCU over here. That shifted the market. That created a lot of the dead stock. So, oh my God, XenomOrph, you want to? Oh, Xeno, you want to? Come on, join me. You want to join? Hey, Dylan just got in the morning. It's like 9 o'clock out there, isn't it? It's like 8 a.m. Xeno, I'll stay up late for you, dude. You want in? Oh, come on. You want in if we can make a chat? No, come on. You want to join? You live out in like Swedenland and shit. Come on. You can show me. I'm gonna see if I can get him. See if I can get this boy rare. I'm gonna get XenomOrph. Xeno, I'll stay on if you, because I know it's morning time out there. Let me send you a message. Send message to Xeno. Where are you? All right, let's see if I can send him an invite. Xeno. All right, hey, if you're watching, Xeno, I'll stick around. I was about to log off, but I'll talk to you because I know you're in Amsterdam. Oh, you're gonna hate my guts. XenomOrph is he's one of the founding. He's one of the old timers like me from the old days of YouTube before these kids jumped in on YouTube. Let's see. I sent him an invite. I love to get him on if he'll show up. It'd be kind of cool. I asked him, Xeno, I sent him an invite. I was about to log off, but if he bites, I'll hang out just so I could talk to him. Jump in. So I sent him the invite. Look, I'm gonna pressure him too. Xeno Switzerland. There you go, Switzerland. Big. Oh, see, then hey, Switzerland. Then yell at me in person. Brush your teeth because I know it's like 8 a.m. out in Switzerland, right? It's 8 a.m. in the morning out there. Big difference, you sister. Jump on and scold me. All right. He on his channel he was flexing his statue. Oh, the Queen studio. Oh, I'm so jealous. If there was ever a reason for me to fly out to see this dude, it's his collection. In Switzerland. What do you do in Switzerland? What's like? Do you go out like in like yodel out in the Alps or something? What do you? I'm antagonizing him so he can join. Xeno, join. Either way, if you don't Switzerland, if you don't join, I'm gonna log off. It's I sent it to you. I sent it to you through Instagram, XenomOrph. So if you want to join for a few minutes and say hello, I'll stick on. Otherwise, I was about to log off. But I sent you the invite through Instagram because I think it'd be kind of cool. For those of you who, and then you can show off your fancy Queen's Studios statue. Just log on the phone. You can log off and then let's call Xeno. I know I can't. I have his number. I'm not going to call. I sent him the invite. Swiss cheese, bro. Not today, but I'm down for next time. All right. I tried to egg him on. I tried to get him on, but he knows, and so. All right. I tried to get him on. I was about to log off, but that's all right because I know it's like 8 or 9 a.m. So he just woke up out there to the time. So it's tomorrow there and so forth here. So look at that, Xena. Look, you got a few fans here who would stick around for you if you join. Plus you get to walk outside and I get to see like the Switzerland clean open air for a few minutes. Come on. It's nighttime here. It's 11 o'clock out here. It's 10:51 p.m. in Vegas. I know the sun just rose out there. It's like 8 or 9 in the morning. You probably have like flowers blooming. You probably is there like goats on the mountain? Like, don't they have like goats? Like the Matterhorn? Isn't that where the Matterhorn is? Like Disney, like Disneyland, like the goats that climb on the mountain. I bet you where Zeno lives. I bet you where Andre lives. He walks out his front door, and there's just like goats on the mountains and just shit like that. Uh, I'm the most stereotypical. Oh, look at him! Oh, look at him! Oh, look at him! Oh, I egged him on. I haven't seen him in such a while. You know, Zeno was in Vegas a few years ago, and we were supposed to meet up. And I think he woke up drunk somewhere in Fremont Street or somewhere in South Las Vegas Boulevard. I go, Zeno, what happened? We're supposed to meet up. And then he's like, oh, dude, I'm back in Switzerland. I was like, oh, man. But I haven't seen him in a while. And I do talk to him. And we got toys today. He got his Stark Industries light box. And I got my Stark Industries light box, which you can see right there. So XenomOrph is going through a light box kick. And I told him, hey, I'm the master of light boxes. So get him to join on here. He's going through a statue kick too, I want to say. He's going through a statue kick, aren't you? Let me see here. Where is my sign up here while he joins up? This is it never dawned on me that the time that I'm streaming this, I am now crossing time zones, and it never put two and two together that Zeno would see this. But I'm hoping he joins. I did send him the message, and it'd be kind of cool. I don't have much else to say unless you folks out there have a question. Show us the girls with the wooden clocks. That's terrible. It's messed up. He bought like 20 light boxes. Optical is the master. He bought like 20 light boxes. Who's Optical? He has light boxes? I love the Hot Toys light boxes. They're so freaking cool. We only lived on the Halo ring in the time zone. So that's pretty much what I'm waiting on. Folks who are just joining in, I'm trying to get a XenomOrph, another YouTuber here who reviews hot toy figures and statues, and he's been doing YouTube just as long as I have, and he received a few pieces, and he just happened to join the live stream. He lives in Switzerland. I live in Las Vegas, and it just so happens that because I'm on my soapbox here, staying up late doing a live stream, I just happened to catch him. So I am trying to. I swear, if he's brushing, come on, maybe he's getting dressed up. He shouldn't. He did just wake up. He probably just rolled out of bed. And his channel. What's his channel? His channel is XenomOrph. You should be able to, if you click on him. So how do you find his channel? So right here. If you click on his comment, it should take you to his channel. That's how you would go. That's how you would get to XenomOrph's channel. You'd get to it. And that way he can. That way you can see and click on subscribe. Lewis, go to Zabi. Oh, you know what? Optical 20. Were you the one that messaged me on the Zavi light boxes? Please answer yes or no, because I discovered Zavi. I had no clue what Zavi was. And someone left me a message. Hey, Denobi, I know how much you like the light boxes. Zavi has they have them on special or on sale. And I went on Zavi, which is the Amazon.com of Europe, right? Or UK. Someone can correct me. I went on their website, and they had the light boxes heavily discounted, and they were offering $5 shipping to the US, which I thought I was being scammed or punked. I go, what? They're telling me I can buy 3 different light boxes from Zavi and you're only going to charge me $5 shipping with no sales tax, I'm being punked here. This is ridiculous. I spent 20 to 30 minutes researching, making sure that Zavvi was not a scam to convince me to click the purchase button. And then I did end up getting the light boxes extremely fast, like in under 2 weeks. And it is legit. Light boxes, the Hot Toys light boxes. So for those of you who are not aware, do you see those light boxes inside the module case? Do you see those right there? Like the Back to the Future? That's a light box. That is a Hot Toys light box right there. Those light boxes with the Hot Toys logo and the Star Wars, those are all made by Hot Toys. And Zavvi had them on sale. I had the Spider-Man. Can you see that Spider-Man? I can't. The camera cord won't. But the Spider-Man light box, Far From Home, it was $40 on Zavvi's. And then the Harley Quinn and a few others in the back, they were on sale too. So there was a few. It's the GoPro's tethered, so it's just as far as I can reach. It's kind of on there. But anyway, I discovered that Zavvi's was legit, and I ended up picking up a few light boxes. So I, again, not getting comped or anything. They are legit. Oh no! Look at this! Oh, look at you! Look at you! Wait a minute, Zeno. I gotta add you on here. I gotta add you on. Here we go. Oh, look at you! Oh.
Hey everybody! Oh, what a morning! I just stepped out of the shower actually.
I told you. I figured it's like he's getting himself all dolled up because he just woke up and he doesn't want to be on camera, and if he doesn't look right.
So here you can see my new baby.
Oh, look at you! Look at that! Oh, that is nice. The Queen's studio.
Oh yeah. Pretty sweet.
Nice. Oh, the Queen's studio. You know, so when you stand next to it, Andre, I mean, it really does put it into scale.
It's huge
on how gorgeous that piece looks. Wow.
So I have no clue about the questions. So what were the questions? I don't see the chat anymore.
If you're on the phone, right? Can you see the question?
Wait, here's the chat.
Can you see it? You should be able to. The comments.
Here it is. Cool. You guys are amazing. So actually, I was about to go to work, right? But okay. So I thought, why not step in for 15 minutes or something like that?
That's okay. Hey, the fact that you can just spend a few minutes and then you can tour off your studio room there, because I think, Andre, you'd be the only. I mean, for me to go to Switzerland, that would be because you have a theater. You have a hybrid. You have a hybrid theater room / collection. Look at that. Look at you.
That's pretty sweet.
That is beautiful. Look at you. Oh, that is nice.
As you can see, space is already quite used. So
yes,
the whole model case setup is so it requires a lot of space, right? But you can actually put in about 2 rows of figures if you make it right.
Oh, look at that.
Then you can have these mid-shelf separation things.
Got that. Yeah. You know, I was working today when I was talking to you, and when my light box arrived, I spent a few minutes on my break just putting the Stark Industries light box. And I showed you where I put mine. So this was all earlier today. It was yesterday for him, but it's still today for me.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. You can see it.
If you ever do a whole global thing, it would be like a 24/7 operation.
It's funny because I was just telling them before you were trying to get set up that you've actually been to Las Vegas, and at one point we were trying to, but
2016 or 18.
But the problem with Vegas, Vegas is a overwhelming city. It's very overwhelming, and there's just so much to do.
You always have less time. Basically, it's just not enough time when you're in Vegas. Either you're partying or drinking or eating.
Yeah. Jazzy Manicon. Andre is one of the. He's been collecting Iron Man figures as long as I have. When did you start, Andre? I don't want to keep you on because I know you have to go to work.
My first figure was the War Machine, the Mark 1. It's there in the back.
Oh.
And then I continued with the Terminator figures. I think the OG T800, I think it was. So that was in 2011. And then we had all the other guys still up, like D Knight. Well, he's still running, right? I don't know if he's showing you the chat here. But of course, we had like Sean Long back then doing a lot of more stuff.
Yeah. Sean Long, yeah. Wow. I thought you started collecting Hot Toys the same year I did. I jumped in at 2012, but you wow, you're like my Hot Toys peer then. You've been collecting longer than.
Well, we have the same passion. It's all about Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 9 o'clock out there, right? It's 9:03 a.m.
8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Switzerland is in Central Europe. It's not Sweden, Danobi. A lot of US guys actually confuse it. I don't know why. So Sweden has no mountains, but Switzerland has a lot of mountains.
I told you that I'm a stereotypical lazy American, and when I think outside of the U.S., I'm thinking you're out there in flower poppy fields or something, and there it's mountainous. I think of the Matterhorn.
You're at the right spot. Yeah, Matterhorn is definitely here. Then we have
I was right.
Cheese. Yeah, okay. You're right. But it's a pretty tiny country. Yeah. A lot of banks and financial services are here, as you know. So,
I got permission to visit you, but because I told my wife, and she goes, I want to go to Switzerland. I know somebody out there who has a cooler collection than me. I want to check it out.
Well, so if you come to Switzerland, we also have a huge European collector. He's Roman Güttinger. He's the main Alien and Predator collector. He has the largest Europe collection, I think. He has like 3 basements of collectibles. It's like crazy. And he knew H.R. Giger, right? And thus he came somehow into this props collection hobby. And then since 30 years or something like that, he's collecting. It's like crazy. And he's living like 1 hour from me.
Is he open to the public, or do you have to be invited?
No, I mean, if you ask him, he will definitely make a quick tour. I mean,
wow.
So if you ever come here, we need to do that. That's for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh man, well, it's good to see you. I know you have to get to work, and I know I was putting you on the spot, but I hadn't seen I haven't spoken to you. And then it's crazy because I thought about you when they had announced the Mark V Deluxe.
It's great. I really need to have that. I actually bought the Whiplash, the Mark II, or the re-release recently.
But you had the original one, though, right?
No, I never had it. So I was really, I think I bought it even with Sideshow reward points or something like that. So it cost me like $50 in the end.
Wow. So are you excited for this re-release for the Mark V? Because I have issues with it. Are you looking for?
Huh? No, you have issues. Why?
Because we don't need it. We don't need a Mark V Deluxe. We don't need that right now.
Is there a separate figure on top to the suit?
You haven't seen
racing
it?
Suit? No.
Here, can you see this? Let me see if I can see the screen. Can you see the screen? Hold on.
Yeah. I thought it was just a racing suit and then kind of this added mech layer.
You've seen this, right?
Yeah. But I mean, it's a completely different figure, right? Because
completely different figure. Yeah, it's a Mark V suit-up version. It's not die-cast. It's just Robert Downey Jr. suiting up in the Mark V.
That's great, right? Because I don't have a racing suit, Tony.
No. My issues with it was that we are so saturated with figures that have been delayed for 2+ years that I felt we didn't need a Mark V Deluxe suit when they are re-releasing the Mark V. Did you know that? You know they're re-releasing a diecast Mark V.
Well, so they re-released this figure here, the diecast figure. They have a second version of that, or what?
Yeah. So they're re-release. So they're making this. This is the MMS 600. You know, the Movie Masterpiece Series 600. It's this one. This is their crown and achievement. This is their anniversary celebration. But my argument is that then why would you, a few months ago, re-release the Mark V? Because they are doing a reissue of the diecast Mark V.
So this I did not know. I only thought there was one plastic version there in the background of the Mark V, and then there was a diecast version about 2-3 years ago.
Yes, and they're re-releasing it. They just re-released it.
Okay,
again.
well that's a shame. I mean, why?
Yeah, exactly. Why do we need? Yes,
makes no sense.
This is a re-release that they announced last year. I want to say during the holidays. I don't remember. But why would you re-release? It's a kick-ass bus. Why would you release a Mark V when we have that? Look at you. You are so old school. Anyway.
By the way, we need to have all the house party suits still waiting for some of the suits. Nightclub, for example. That would be great.
Look at you. I'm ready. I'm ready to, Andre, I love you so much because you're still committed to Iron Man. I'm trying to wean myself, even though I have Iron Man. I still love Iron Man in the background, but I am trying to diversify my collection. But I love how you're still like, I'm going to wait for Iron Man. And the fact that you're still committed to it, because I want to expand my collection, and you are too. You still have some of the classic IPs that Hot Toys collect.
I'm actually thinking about kind of sorting out the Batman figures to make more space. But I'm not at the point yet. Let's see. I really want to consolidate the collection a bit, not have too many topics and franchises. But
do you want to?
Yeah, I mean,
you don't do Star Wars though, do you?
No, luckily no.
You don't.
I like Star Wars a lot, but collection-wise, that's crazy. That's really its own rabbit hole. It's like another universe, right? When you start collecting Star Wars.
It is a completely different universe. Yes, you're right, and it's hard. And then if you want it all, then you end up with a collection that I'm surrounded with. So, anyway,
so what do you think? We make a global chat soon? Would be great if you have some more guests.
I would love to, but you live in the Phantom Zone, right? With the 8 a.m. I'm lucky I caught you though. With the
well, I actually woke up, I checked YouTube, and then I saw you.
XenomOrph is using Magic. Those are Magic cases that he has. Yes, those are. He and yours are custom, right? You requested custom ones from Brian, right?
It's a full custom display setup, so they are a bit taller and a bit wider. Yeah. So, for example, I think this one in the center with the whole Iron Man, it's pretty wide one.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's
Andre,
70.
You're cool though, because you had. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you created blueprints for your display and setup, right?
So I used like a 3D program to scribble it somehow. It was a perfect, let's say, plan for Brian of Module Cases. It came out perfectly. Everything was fit. It fit.
Yeah. Your setup, your theater room, is a 100% work of art. Yeah, you knocked it out of the park on that. Yeah. So, if there's ever a reason to visit you, it would definitely be to Troy room. But hey, same invite. You're always welcome in Vegas if you can. If you can make it outside of the Strip.
I would love to. If I come back to the US, I'm for sure back in Vegas. It's so great.
No, that is cool. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna log off because I know you have to get to work, and you are polite. You're one of the nicest people I know. So you can say goodbye, folks. Click on his comment. I'll post a link in the description. That way you can follow Andre XenomOrph on his channel. So it's a nice treat. He's in Switzerland. I can't say Sweden. Lives in he just woke up, so it was a nice treat for him to join us on this stream.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I know we have a good day or have a good night. Better, huh?
Yeah, I need to get to bed.
See you.
All right. All right. Well, that was nice. That was it. It just so happened that I was able to link up with him. I am done. This was a fun stream. I don't get to spend as much time with you folks as I would like to. Life is busy. And I should play my, for you Star Wars fans out there, a reminder here that we still have 30 plus Star Wars pre-orders that have not been delivered to U.S. customers. Keep in mind, they just announced Rey, and Rey was just released in Hong Kong, and we have quite a few. We have quite a bit of Star Wars pre-orders. So this is my farewell little montage as a reminder that the storm is still on the horizon. We haven't been hit by it yet, and there's a crap load of Star Wars pre-orders that have not been delivered to us. Poor Lando. Poor Lando and the Corsican Guard, as seen on the Bad Batch. Yeah. Death Watch Mandalorian. Jango Fett. I can't wait to get him with detachable head. That is the 1/6 scale Mandalorian. The Child started shipping to U.S. customers through Sideshow. Tusken Raider. Moff Gideon. Transporter Trooper. Shore Trooper. I'll be getting him. Like the paint application on the Shore Trooper. Dark Trooper. Got him on pre-order. Assault Tank Commander. Haven't decided if I'm going to pull the trigger. The Boba Fett 2-pack inbound. IG-11 started shipping to U.S. customers. Ahsoka Tano, the live-action version, which people will probably switch over from the animated version. Bo-Katan. And the Mandalorian and the Blurg. The last of it. Stormtrooper Commander. Echo. He's a cool character. And the Blurg Solo. And that's it. Good night, folks. And I'm going to bed.